Let's move over to some political issues now, where the ANC's Letsema campaign is in Free State today. The President Cyril Ramaphosa and other party leaders are to visit Welkom to hear about service delivery issues over there. Now, the Free State remains a deeply divided province for the ANC, with the province still struggling to get its provincial conference off the ground. We've got eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge, who's been covering the Letsema campaign since it started. A very good morning to you once again, Siphamandla Goge. And I've just mentioned in my intro that the Free State is a deeply divided province. And so getting the support that the president needs is probably not going to be the easiest of tasks.
Indeed, especially if you look at the political climate, everything now is in line and in context of the upcoming, National Congress of the governing African National Congress. It's a pity that in the Free State where the ANC was born, the party is in disarray. None of the regions have convened their regional conferences. A provincial conference that has been scheduled before has had to be postponed on a number of occasions, and I'm sure it's something that the president of the ANC, when he addresses the structures of the ANC later on, will have to talk about, engage with his comrades to say what is happening in the Free State is not right. The structure that is in place, the interim provincial committee, has had its term lapsing, and there are some members of the ANC who are threatening to go to court to say it has to be disbanded. But the president of the ANC, with some ANC deployees to government, National Executive Committee members, are here in Welkom, the second biggest municipality in the Free State, on the Letsema campaign. They want to deal with issues of service delivery, and it's what has been concerning many people in the Free State. Many municipalities are unable to render basic services to the residents. That has led to frustrations, be it in Mangaung, the only metro that is under administration. Here in Welkom, the municipality has been plagued by service delivery challenges, management, leadership, and financial mismanagement. Senzo Mkhunu is the member of the National Executive Committee of the ANC. He joins us now. Maxingwane, thank you very much for your time. The Letsema campaign, what does it mean, and how is it going to ensure that the ANC speeds up service delivery that people in the Free State and across South Africa have been complaining about?
Well, Letsema is an ANC organizational delivery trench. It's a struggle for delivery trench. It's where comrades, ANC members, whether they are in ANC structures from branch to the national level, whether they are in government from a ward councillor up to a minister nationally, they all come together. This is a trench where they must find one another in the same place, struggling, working for the people of South Africa, and reviving the organization and renewing our spirit of delivery to the people, because there is a perception out there that one of the things that the ANC has a weakness on, it is a lack of service delivery, including frontline delivery of services like waste removal, delivery of water, delivery of roads, and so on.
It's more of a reality, particularly in the Free State. In Mangaung, the issue of waste removal is a challenge. Here in Welkom, the issue of waste removal, sewer spillage. So it's not a perception, it's a reality.
Yes, broadly speaking, it is both a perception and a reality. And therefore, we come here today, led by President Cyril Ramaphosa, and to say, where are we in our road to delivery? Where are we in our courage to delivery? Reminding one another that the ANC, at the end of the day, is about delivery to the people of South Africa, delivering on their interests as people in every area. And therefore, here is a program to demonstrate that determination to deliver.
For you to deliver as the governing African National Congress, you need to be a united organization. Right now in the Free State, your organization is not united. They are struggling to convene regional conferences and the provincial conference. How are you going to deliver if your party is in disarray?
Well, it's not necessarily that they are divided that much, but the reality of the matter is that they are behind in terms of the program. We would have loved to have seen them having gone through regional and provincial conferences just like other provinces. But they struggled a little bit, and then they fell behind the program in which so they are no longer, they are not where they should be. I wouldn't ascribe it to division necessarily, but it could be an element, but there are other elements as well.
Let's talk about your deployment to government. You are responsible for the portfolio that deals with water and sanitation. Across South Africa, people are complaining about lack of access to water. You visited this province when you were appointed minister responsible for water. You promised to fast-track things. You've been meeting with various structures and provinces. The Letsema campaign and water provision, people are tired of waiting. When are you going to give them access to water?
Indeed. We have been here, we have engaged with the council, we have engaged with business, we have engaged with communities, we have gone around the whole of Machabeng to see where challenges of water are, where challenges of sanitation are. The main issue here and the main challenge is infrastructure on sanitation. There are 56 water pumps here, only 4 are working. There are 13 water treatment plants, only 2 are working. And there are a number of pipes which are either very old or no longer functional.
The eNCA government that needs to fix that.
It's going to take us now 1 week to get contractors here. I was here last week. I told them I need 2 weeks after all the work had been done, but now it's just processing the appointment of contractors. Exactly in a week's time or so, we are coming back here in overalls, in sites where there's going to be dust and mud. And that's all I want to see just after a week.
December 2022 ANC National Congress. December 2017, you contested the position of the Secretary General. You did not win. Some branches are talking about your name to contest for the same position of the Secretary General. Others are saying you must come as the Deputy President. Should you be nominated, are you available for any leadership position in the ANC officials? Or which position have you been lobbied for?
Well, for sure, we are here in Letsema. It has nothing to do with political, positions in the organization. It's a job, as you say, that branches are doing elsewhere. But I've been approached to be available for the position of Deputy President, and I've indicated that I am available. And it will be a humbling experience if indeed branches nominate me for that position. And I will serve just like I've served in other positions in other structures elsewhere.
Members of the ANC, whether NEC members, but in their capacity as branch members, have been making their views known about leadership preferences. Others are saying President Cyril Ramaphosa must come back for the second term. As the member of the ANC branch, what is your view? Should he come back as the president of the ANC for the second term?
Look, I would say yes. I'm looking at, as I talk to you, at China. China had a constitution that allows the president to serve for 2 terms. And when the end of the term came, they said president is doing very well, particularly against America and all of that. He is going toe-to-toe with the American president at that time. And they gave him another term, which was not even in the constitution. We are here in South Africa. The main thing is stability, political stability. That must give us time to attend to delivery of services things, so that we don't every day elect presidents and worry about who must then be president after 5 years, after that 5 years, and so on. And therefore, I support the president's availability for the second term.
You are not proposing for the third term, by the way.
Yeah, I'm talking about this. I'm responding to you. It's second term.
Yeah.
I was just making an example of a third term somewhere.
Yeah.
So for stability in the country, for certainty in the country, but also for him to get an opportunity to improve in any area that he would deem necessary and important, and all of us supporting him to do better in the second term.
But under your collective leadership, I'm not talking about President Cyril Ramaphosa, under the ANC-led administration, he is the president, collectively with you as members of the NEC, things have not been going well in South Africa. Cost of living, corruption, violent crime, ESCOM, it's not going well. Why should you as the ANC remain in power?
Well, the ANC has proven a long time ago and over time, and the people of South Africa know it, that we have worked against all odds, but overcame whatever odds we came in the more than 100 years that we have been in existence. These challenges that are here, that you are talking about, we will overcome, and sooner than later. That is for sure. And we deserve to be given another opportunity to do that, to make sure we overcome, because we have learned and we are getting there.
Thank you very much for your time. That is Senzo Mthunu, who's the member of the National Executive Committee of the governing African National Congress, as President Cyril Ramaphosa of the ANC is expected to arrive any minute now in Welkom for the Letsema campaign.
And of course, we'll catch up with you as he does arrive and follow his movements across the province or in Welkom as they discuss or try to address the different issues that have been raised there between yourself and Minister Senzo Mthunu. Senior reporter Siphamandla Goge there in the Free State, Welkom, awaiting the arrival of President Cyril Ramaphosa as he continues on his Letsema campaign ahead of the elective conference in December, but also the 2024 elections.